Okay, hi Libras. Welcome to your Celtic Cross reading for February 2023. So, while I'm shuffling, I'll give you a quick overview of what exactly the Celtic Cross is. We're going to look to the first card to get an overview of the current situation. Then we'll see what's crossing or challenging that. We'll look at the influencing energy surrounding you. We'll look at the relevant past, exiting energy, immediate future, as well as your strengths, environment, hopes and fears, and a likely outcome. Outcome, of course, not set in stone, but if things continue as they seem to be, a likely outcome based on free will. Okay, let's get started. Current situation for Libra. Ace of Coins. Very much focused on building stability, creating a foundation, prosperity. Very solid beginning. So let's see what's crossing that. The Lovers. Love is never convenient. Ace of Pentacles, though, doesn't have to be about just 3D security, about building wealth and things like that. It can also indicate the beginning of a loyal and lasting love. But I don't think you're viewing it that way. Right now, love seems to be a little bit of an inconvenience. Influencing energy. 10 of Wands. You're putting in a lot of work, dogged work, into building this foundation, this Ace of Pentacles. It's consuming not quite everything because the Lovers is here, but 99.9% of your energy is going into creating stability. I just got the second part of a lyric from this story by Brandy Carlisle. Something, if you've got no one to share it with. I don't remember the first half, but what's the value of a strong foundation, slowly building towards your 10 of Pentacles, if you've got no one to share it with? But for now, that burden is the influencing energy of your situation, Libra. In your relevant past, we have the 6 of Coins. Some kind of supportive, generous energy. Maybe this is when the lover came into play. Look how happy she is. She looks absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted by what's in front of her. I think this might have taken you by surprise. I think you've been in this 10 of Wands energy for a while, and this person came out of the blue. You weren't expecting it, and they delighted you. And that's a problem, because it distracts you from what you think is most important. Exiting energy. 6 of Cups. So 6 of Cups can be about past connections. It can be about childhood memories. But something that always strikes me about the 6 of Cups in this deck is that the masculine is holding a weapon. He's got a mermaid in front of him. Somebody magical and one of a kind, and he's approaching her. She's approaching him with cups. He's approaching her with swords. Because you are in the pentacle energy, that kind of outward focused energy, I'm gonna say that you are the masculine in this card. You were delighted by the mermaid, but a little bit defensive because the mermaid was keeping you from what you considered to be your priorities and your goals. And it's easy to get in that state of mind, especially when we've been in it for so long and somebody comes in unexpectedly. Right now you're saying, now is not the time for love. Please stop distracting me. In the immediate future is the Eight of Cups. So, walking away, leaving, if you walk away from this, you think you're walking towards your Nine of Cups, but you're not. You will be like this woman on the card looking towards that warm castle, wishing that you were inside. That's what I see here in the cards. You might disagree with me. Reverse energies, of course, as that applies. But I'm sorry to say that I don't see happiness in your immediate future by letting this Six of Cups connection go. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Tower. So the Tower is not here yet, but it seems like if you continue to prioritize worldly success over relationships, it's not going to be as satisfying or fulfilling as you might believe it to be. In your strengths, Page of Swords. You're very good at speaking up for what you want. You're very good at using logic. Very intellect driven. Intellect driven at the expense of your heart. In the environment, the sun. Yeah, this person delights you. They represent happiness and vitality, joy and light. But that feels like it's getting in the way. You can't ignore it though. It is in your environment, despite Ten of Wands and the influencing energy position. This person, if not in your immediate surroundings, is on your mind. And even though they represent the sun and happiness, you're still considering walking away. We all have free will, and that is your choice. We'll see what the final outcome is eventually, once we get past hopes and fears. Let's get to that right away. Hopes and fears, we have Nine of Swords. Not surprising that you're stuck in your head about this. We have that logical thinking being a strength. And here we have it pushed to such an extreme that it becomes a detriment. It's now in your feared position. But you're not willing to let it go because you think of your intellect as your strength. I didn't read the whole book, but I read the introduction, and I'm gonna say it wrong, which is embarrassing because it's a really famous person. Descartes, error. It's French, and I can't remember exactly how I'm supposed to pronounce his name. Descartes, error. But he talks about how making decisions without emotion is just as detrimental as making decisions without intellect. We need both. We need our head and our heart. We need our passions. We need all of that to come together to build our stability. There's a reason why the Magician, a card of manifesting our desires, has all 4 elements on the table because he needs them in order to manifest. Okay. Outcome. 2 of Swords, indecision, blindness, a crossroads. So it looks like you're going to have at least a small amount of time to explore this energy. I don't think you're going to have a big window of time because there are 2 people in this situation, and the other person that you're dealing with, Libra, might make the decision for you. They might decide that they don't want to wait around. Again, reverse energies as needed. But you are going to reach a crossroads. And you're going to have to decide if there is room in your vision of your future for love. Can you put down your weapon? Can you put down the sword energy just for a little while? Not forever. Put down your swords for a little while and bask in the sun. Or do you sit and you grieve for a little while for what you lost and then get up, dust yourself off, and write it off as a loss? It's up to you. The cards are not showing a specific outcome, but they are showing me, at least, that while you might say that you don't want love until you get enough money or the right job or a house or whatever, while you might say that to yourself, you want love. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing up so heavily in this reading. Will you admit it to yourself? Will you admit that you want love? Will you admit that there is space in your heart and possibly in your life for love? Okay, let's get started on clarifying. See what other information we can get for you, Libra. First, we're going to start with this Ace of Coins. Tell me about this Ace of Coins for Libra, please. Ace of Coins is clarified by this star, hope, and Six of Swords. in your current energy, it does seem like you are truly in the mindset that there is no room for love. But it's there. It won't leave you alone. Because we have the Tower as the overall kind of energy of the reading in general, this is all seems to be leading to a Tower moment. I think that you're hoping that this person will wait for you to be ready. Yeah, that I'll probably get not great feedback for that, but that's what I'm seeing. You want this person to wait for you to figure out your Ace of Pentacles. And if they won't, you will move on to calmer waters. It's definitely okay to have boundaries and priorities. There's the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is all about juggling priorities. There's nothing wrong with that. But we also can't expect people to wait for us. And it doesn't seem like they are gonna wait for you. Not forever. No one's gonna wait for anyone forever. You wouldn't do it, and they won't do it. Tell me about the Lovers, please. Why is the Lovers in the challenge position? Why is the Lovers in the challenge position? Ten of Wands showing up again, along with the Page of Wands. Rightly or wrongly, that's for you to say. You feel like this person adds one more wand to your already large burden. That being said, they do ignite within you enough passion that you picked up their wand and you added it to your burden, but now you're wondering if it's too much. Tell me about the Ten of Wands and the influencing energy. Tell me about the Ten of Wands and the influencing position. Why is the Ten of Wands here? We get the Ace of Pentacles again, confirmation that you are working diligently to make your dreams come true. And Page of Pentacles, slowly but surely up-leveling, struggling every step of the way. Clearly, the path that you've chosen is worth it to you, because I'm seeing again and again and again how much work, how much effort you're putting into it. Sometimes that's okay, even at the expense of love. I'm thinking right now of The Devil Wears Prada, and when I watched it as a teenager, I watched it without any life experience, and then I watched it again. Man, I don't know how long ago, but at least 10 years had passed. And what is the main character's name? Andy, I think. She has the opportunity of a lifetime, but it requires intense work. And her partner, like, she has to work intensely for 1 year. There's a end in mind, but this job is going to make her dreams come true. But she has to put in everything that she has for 1 year. And her boyfriend and her friends make her feel really guilty about it. And they end up breaking up, leaving her with the 8 broken cups. And, you know, the end of the movie does have a happy ending. It's a rom-com. But, like, that's a situation for, like, all of these things that I'm saying. It's okay to put your focus on one area if that's what's called for. And that's what seems to be on the table right now. Let's take a look at the 6 of coins in your relevant past. Tell me about the 6 of coins. We have the 6 of Cups, which did try to fly out. This is about past connections, possibly, well, we already talked about that because this is in your exiting energy as well. But it's showing up again in your relevant past. And then 5 of Swords. And what I'm seeing when I look at this card is this worm that was once 1 now being broken in 2. So this lover's connection, your work caused the split. Again, not judging, just saying what I see. Your work and your dedication to your work caused a split. And that's leading to extra hardship. At the bottom of the deck, we do have Strength. Again, showing me that you are committed to this choice. Let's keep going. Tell me about the 6 of Cups in the exiting energy. Tell me about the 6 of Cups in the exiting energy. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands and 4 of Wands. So you had a lot of passion with this person to have all of that Wands energy. Now I'm seeing them showing up as the Queen of Wands, somebody who's very compassionate, but also very demanding. They want what they want. They wanted you. So as we're getting clarifications, yeah, I'm seeing different perspectives that might be coming through. You feel like this person wants more than you can give them. And they can either wait, which is your hope, or you'll move on. In either case, you've made it very clear that you are committed to your Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about this 8 of Cups in the immediate future. I said when this first came out that you could choose to walk into that castle for your 9 of Cups, or you can stand up, put your clothes on, and walk away. seems like going into the castle might mean giving up your Ace of Pentacles. And you're not doing that. Okay, we have the Devil. You're not doing that. You are not doing that. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And then we have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So you are walking towards your Nine of Cups, but the Nine of Cups you want are not in that castle. You want a different Nine of Cups. And you are obsessed with getting it. Some people, your lover, for example, might say that that's a toxic obsession. That is for you to decide. Tell me about this Page of Swords in the Strengths position. Why is the Page of Swords here for Libra? Why is the Page of Swords here for Libra? Okay, the Magician showing up. Like I said, you gotta put it all on the table. But we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. And Page of Swords. Page of Swords clarified by Page of Swords. So you're telling me that you know that all of these things have their place, but right now swords are what's needed. So I'm getting the message like, yeah, I hear you. Sometimes I need cups, I need my heart. Sometimes I need wands, passion. But right now, to get my pentacle, I need my swords. That's what you're telling me, and that's in your strengths position. So I believe you. I'll just say this is not a movie, this is not a book, this is real life. And things might not be as cut and dry as you think. There might be alternatives. There might be ways to lessen your burden and make compromises. Maybe, that's up to you. Let's take a look at the environment, which is the sun. Why is the sun here for Libra? Okay. The Hermit. And Queen of Pentacles. You are the Queen of Pentacles, cultivating, nurturing, growing. But you're thinking about it. Is it worth it? At the end of The Devil Wears Prada, Andy gives up her job. She says it's not worth it. Right or wrong, that's the choice that she makes. Because it's a movie, she still gets everything that she dreamed of. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have the World. It feels like you are so very close to getting what you want, and that's why you don't want to let go of it, even for love. one thing that, I'm just stuck on the Devil Wears Prada now, sorry. One thing that drove me crazy about that movie the second time I watched it is, why didn't Andy explain to her friends and to her boyfriend, like, you guys know who I am. You know the kind of person I am. Can you trust me to do this for 1 year? Can you give me the time and the grace that I need for 1 year to do this? Can you, Libra, give yourself a deadline and then say, and if I can't do it within this reasonable amount of time that you decide, then I'll lay down a burden. Can you do that? And if so, can you communicate that to the Queen of Wands? And if you have done that, if you have tried to compromise and they choose not to, well, that's a different story. But it seems right now that there just needs to be communication. You're clearly passionate about this path that you're on, and I'm not sure that your counterpart knows how passionate you are. They see it as a toxic obsession. You see it as your path to contentment. Is there a way for the two of you to get on the same page? Because I don't see you leaving this behind. But I also don't think that you need to leave love behind in order to get it. I think if you can get this demon off your chest, who I call George, if you can get out of this state of anxiety and distress, you'll be able to see things a little bit more clearly and perhaps see paths available to you that are currently blocked. But let's get some clarification on this Nine of Swords. So much swords energy over here on this side of the table. Tell me about this Nine of Swords for Libra. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Libra? Okay. We've got clarified, that's clarified by Five of Cups, self-pity. You're feeling entirely misunderstood, but have you explained yourself? We have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. You're hoping for the Ten of Cups, but feeling Five of Cups. And then we have Nine of Wands. Feeling like the wounded warrior, feeling misunderstood, stuck in your head, unable to see things clearly. But all of this anxiety is fueled by passion and hope for the Ten of Cups. Can you loosen your grip a little bit? Can you let go of control a little bit and see what happens? The outcome, we have the Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please, for Libra. Why is the Two of Swords here? Why is the Two of Swords here for Libra? Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. And Two of Swords is clarified by Two of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck we have Ace of Cups. Feeling left out in the cold doesn't mean that we have been left out in the cold. In the Rider-Waite deck, the two beggars are outside of a church, but they are so stuck in what, for this reading, I would say is the Nine of Swords energy, that they can't see warmth and shelter within steps of reach. Two of Swords is about indecision, being at a crossroads, but it's also about blindness. Again, referencing the Rider-Waite deck, we have the woman with the blindfold on holding two swords crossed. And then on this card we have an eclipse of the sun, not able to see the happiness that's all around in the environment. The sun is there, but you can't see it. I think communication needs to happen between you and the people in your life, specifically this Queen of Wands. But we're going to pull 3 cards of advice from 3 cards and a bottom card of advice. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card for you from the Woodland Wardens deck. I would never discourage someone from following their passions. I have so much fire in my chart. Like, I would never encourage somebody to walk away from their passions. My life is practically led by passion. But if it's causing this much stress, anxiety, if it's causing you to feel isolated and left out in the cold, then obviously something is not quite right. And so at that point, it's time to investigate what changes can be made. So let's pull these 3 cards. We have the Star showing up again. When sailors use the North Star to navigate, they don't hope it's going to stay in the same spot. They have faith that it's going to be there. That's why it's the North Star, because it's always there. Can you trust that your Ace of Pentacles at the center, that kind of looks like a star? Can you trust that it's going to be there, that it's going to be your north guiding star, and so that you can look away from it for moments at a time to see what else is going on in life? We have Ace of Pentacles showing up again. I think the universe is saying, yes, this is your passion. Go towards it. Keep up that dogged work. You are almost there. That's confirmation about that. And then 3 of Swords. So why is this in the advice position? I think this is saying that it's your choice. You don't have to walk away right away because of your obsession for your 9 of Cups. You can communicate with your Queen of Wands. There still might be heartache, but at that point you can go forth into your future knowing that you did what you could to avoid the 3 of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck again, we have the Magician. Use all the resources at your disposal. I know that you're telling me that this needs swords. Swords, swords, swords. And maybe this does need swords, but this certainly does not need swords. That needs cups, and maybe wands. Let's get you one oracle card from the Woodland Wardens deck. Your Queen of Wands might surprise you if you are able to communicate why you're so passionate. And honestly, communicating with others why we're so passionate helps us get clarity on our own passion and direction as well. So you got the Eel and the Iris, safety, which is, I believe, the same card that Gemini got. Or maybe it was Aquarius. I can't, it was an air sign who got this. Okay, now I have to use my poor Roman numeral skills. Sorry, found it. Okay. Safety. Eels are furtive creatures, often burying themselves in the murky depths. The idiom "slippery as an eel" refers to the eel's ability to escape harm. The iris is the tall, hardy flower from which the fleur-de-lis, a medieval symbol of power and victory, is derived. Together, the stealthy eel and the mighty iris indicate safety in our homes, relationships, and work. Notice it's all three: homes, relationship, and work, not just work. Now is a good time to establish healthy boundaries via communication. If others take offense, do not fret over their reaction. Stand firm in your power like the iris. And then there's two questions. If they resonate with you, I'd love for you to share your answers in the comments. What do I need in order to feel safe? And how can I extend safety to others? So that's your reading, Libra. I hope that it was helpful. It's exciting to see someone with so much passion, but I can also see that this dream of yours does not come without costs. The fact that you are still pursuing it despite those costs shows how important it is to you. But it's okay to let other things be important to you as well. I hope that was helpful. I'll see you next time.